What's cracking? It's your favorite day of the week. And that's because we got the hottest set of twins, Queen Reese and Sway Swiss, always giving you that motivation and that inspiration. So congratulations on tapping in with the twins.
Hey.
It's time to tap in. It's time to tap in. It's time to tap in. Tap in with the twins right now. It's time to tap in.
Yes, sir.
It's time to tap in. Okay. It's time to tap in. Tap in with the twins. Hey.
That's right. We the hottest. We the hottest. What's up, y'all? It's your hottest set of twins, Queen Reese and Sway Swiss. Tapping with the Twins podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all like our new intro we got in our second episode. Wanted to give y'all a little energy, as we opened up. So y'all get used to that. When y'all hear that tune, y'all already know what time it is.
For sure.
What's up, twin? How you feeling this week?
Man, I'm feeling... That was a trick question.
Uh-oh. Well, we get into it early.
That was a trick question. I'm feeling okay. I'm blessed. I'm glad to be here. But
Okay.
of course, I haven't eaten in 8 days.
Okay. You tell them why. Why haven't you eaten in 8 days, twin?
haven't eaten
8
in
days.
8
8 days? You haven't consumed any food.
No, I haven't chewed nothing but air in 8 days. So I'm doing the Dr. Sebi, it's whatever I want to call
Sebi,
it.
is it?
Sebi cleanse.
SEBI.
Yes. It's a 12-day cleanse, and it consists of, I'm fasting with it as well to help improve to help expedite the cleanse rather. So basically I'm not eating for 12 days, just drinking a gallon of spring water, sea moss daily, and I take smoothies when I need to, raw fruit smoothies. So pretty much just strawberries, blueberries, and peaches. Sea moss, date, little agave, try to make it a little, But the goal is to make my body alkaline body because a disease cannot survive in an alkaline body.
Okay.
So,
Okay, Dr. Reese.
unfortunately, yeah, I'm an herbalist.
You're an herbalist.
Unfortunately, I struggle with...
You know how you only got to do something for like 8 days and you could be a professionalist.
No facts.
You're
Especially
an
in Atlanta.
herbalist. You could be, you can drop some courses on how to do it. All you got to do is do it for like 48 hours and you could be a master at it, especially in Atlanta. So package it and we selling that. But,
No, period.
But go ahead, because I forgot you was doing that.
Yes. So I'm drinking, like I said, a gallon of water. Oh, the herbal teas as well. So a lot of different herbal teas, yellow dock, elderberry, like a lot of different teas that you guys, for anybody interested, feel free to, they have a whole package website. They have a whole cleanse package, on the website for anybody who's interested with all the different herbs that will explain more. But the goal is to reset my body, to make it an alkaline body so that any diseases, anything I have going on in my body, again, I struggle with fibroids as well, trying to get rid of it basically because a disease cannot survive in an alkaline body. So the goal is to...
No, go ahead.
No, the goal is to, cleanse your body. So I started even with the colon cleanse, not TMI, but y'all definitely should do it, just to be real and honest. Like, remember that
colon cleanse.
Yes, remember that your colon and your ass, no, that's pretty much just a sewer system for all the trash, all the shit, literally, no pun intended. But all that stuff in there is pretty much just a sewer system. And yeah, we release it, but our colon has little pockets on the side that catches some of the debris and things like that don't ever get released if you don't actually go in and have it cleansed. And all diseases and everything start from your colon, which is where all the toxins and things like that originate from. So any disease that you're trying to clear or anything that you're trying to get rid of starts with your colon cleanse because that's the sewer system. And just think about it, all the stuff we eat, just think about it. It's all just sitting there. Like, do we really shit it all out? Like, no.
Damn, we don't?
No.
Because I have some rough mornings. I release a lot. God damn it. You mean to tell me still some more in
there? When you go to a
there?
colon cleanse, you're going to release a whole nother level of something. I'm going to just be honest. And we're not going to get TMI, but y'all know we like to keep it raw and real and uncut up in here.
Like how? Just like an extra shit, basically?
No, it's
like
an extra.
Days worth, 2 days worth?
Yeah, so they say if you've never done it, you need to do it a good 3 times because your colon is so long that first time only cleanses the 1/3 portion. Then you got to clean the second third. So I actually go back Saturday for my second one. But you actually sit there and watch what comes out of you, which is interesting. But you just be amazed at what is coming out of you, and you thinking you might have used the bathroom that morning and thinking you're cleansed, and not knowing that not really. And
so you actually watch it, like while they're doing it, you see it coming out?
Yes, they actually have you lay back in a mirror right there, and you literally watch the shit, no pun intended, come out. And it definitely blew my mind. I mean, I've always heard of it and stuff like that, but to really just do it myself and like, wow, like, and to know that I got to do it 2 more times to be thoroughly cleansed was crazy. And I know it's not the most comfortable thing to do, but
that's what I was gonna say. Did it hurt? Like, was it real painful?
It didn't hurt. No,
okay.
It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt at all. It's just pretty much water flowing through you, and so you just feel full. You know, you just let the water flow until you get to a point where you just feel full, which pretty much you'll feel a cramp, or just like when you full with anything else and it's just uncomfortable, and then you'll just naturally release, which is what will release everything. And you just laying back. I mean, they make it comfortable for you. You can watch YouTube. You can watch the podcast while you get it done. And you sit there and watch it all.
In regards to the pain, does it depend on like your experience or if you've had any type of penetration in that area or not? If it's like, does it hurt more if it's like a first time penetration or if you're experiencing
it's about the size of this, so I think we could all handle that.
Oh, okay.
You can't handle that, Pete?
I don't listen.
It's just
no, I don't want to handle that. I can handle anything, but I don't want to handle that, and I will not. I will not.
Well, they add the lubricant, you know, so it's an easy insert.
Okay, but that's not big though. That's not big.
Yeah,
the size of like a pinky.
Yeah, it's very small. It's not. It's not.
Sorry, I just. Anyway.
And again, it's lubricated, so it's just, you know, you just work your way in just gently, you know. Okay. And again, I know it's uncomfortable, especially for men.
I was going to say, because don't they say, like, some men have orgasms when they do it?
I have heard that. Actually, I remember reading about a month ago, a guy killed the guy because he had a orgasm, and he just felt, I guess he felt his manhood was, I don't know. Because I believe it previously or back in the day, I think that they stick their finger. They used to do something. I don't know. I just used to hear all these stories about men, but that wasn't the case with me. It was all a machine. I did everything, so there was nobody touching me, doing anything like that.
Like you cut the machine on and everything?
No, she cut. The lady cuts it on, but I slide onto the machine, for lack of a better word.
You do the penetrating.
Yeah.
Okay. It's self-inflicted. Nah, self-penetration. But no, seriously, I'm glad you're sharing that though.
Yeah.
'Cause I forgot you was going through that. Honestly, I forgot. Well, I don't know how I forgot because every day you do express that you're just a little
right. But I know I've been also been kind of just quiet and distant because it is rough, and I just been in full bitch mode, and it's just a lot. So I know I kind of haven't been as verbal about it, I guess.
Right.
But yes, it's definitely and if you think about the logic behind it, I mean, it makes sense. Like I said, that's our sewer system holding everything in there. Do you really, ideally, we would like to release it all, but that's just not realistic. So I forget how often they recommend to do it regularly. I believe it's every like maybe 3 to 6 months or something. Don't quote me, but it's not like super often. But just to keep it cleansed. Again, I'm doing it for me. What, boo?
No, nothing. Look, don't let my little sound effects. I know I keep distracted. Go ahead. So I'll be ready, like ready to attack, like you know me. So I have to be like, nope, go ahead.
Yes, it's been rough, and the crazy part is, I feel like all I do is look at recipes, food, and stuff all day, knowing I can't eat. I just want to lick anything. Like, just it's really been a mental challenge. Just really, you know, we eaters and we snackers, like, and so it's been a challenge. I've even lost some weight, not much, but I've lost enough that I don't care for. But you know, I had to just decide: am I more pressed? And let me be clear, I was definitely enjoying my thickness. So I just had to decide, do I be thick for y'all or healthy for me?
Right. I know that's right.
Because at the end of the day, I'm going to get it all back. I'm on day 8. So Sunday is 4 more days is my last day.
Okay.
Well, I'll wrap it up. I'm still training, so coach is taking it light on me. But after I'm done, I have to slowly introduce some alkaline foods, which could be raw fruit, vegetables, whatever. Eat slowly because I'll get sick since I haven't digested anything. And let me be clear, the point behind not eating food is so that your body can just work hard to clean up everything that's clogged up in there versus trying to digest the food you're eating. If I'm not eating any food and there's nothing in there to digest, my body's being forced to break down everything that's in there to truly cleanse my body, all the mucus and everything that's in your body that, again, causes a lot of health issues. So it's just definitely been a challenge. I have to admit, I actually cried like 2 days ago. I literally sat in the front of my refrigerator like a baby, and I cried because I just wanted to eat so bad.
How about that day when you first started? Was that the first day?
What I do?
You were trying to make the shakes, and you were so frustrated.
I about threw the juicer. And twin, you saved me twice.
I did. So I just want to say for real though that I really do commend you, twin. I'm proud of you because I know it's a struggle. Like, listen, y'all, on day 1. I was in her living room and she was trying to use it was a frozen fruit. Basically, she was trying to make a smoothie, and it just, I guess you didn't put enough water or something in it.
Yeah, and I just never
So it was
did it.
so
And when
thick.
my patience
Right,
is gone.
exactly. Right, you on edge. But anyways, long story short, she was so frustrated, and I was like, oh, the baby. So I had to go in there and fix it and help her. And then I think it was like the next day I came back like, damn, like we did a whole tutorial. And she was still stressed out about it. But I can't imagine, like, my fiance say all the time, like, I get hangry all the time. She
Yep.
like, you hangry, right?
You
So I
definitely
can't
get hangry.
imagine not eating for 7 hours, let alone
Right.
7 or 8 days. You
Right.
know what I mean? So I just really commend you on doing that.
Right.
And like you said, a good point. It's not about nobody else. It's about you and
Exactly.
what's making you happy right now.
Right.
What's making you feel good. So,
Right.
you know, you sacrifice just having to lose some pounds.
Something I can easily get back.
Exactly.
That I'm going to get back. So stay tuned because I'm going heavy next week with training. I'm going to thicken these thighs a natural, healthy way with muscle and not
Okay.
a bunch of unhealthy fat that I previously had. So I know Coach is ready to turn up on me on that. But I'm actually looking forward to just everything my body's going to do. Just eating different, just feeling better, looking better, everything. So a lot of benefits, just mentally preparing me for my next chapter in life and what's to come, just being able to handle whatever may come my way, you know, it's because it really is a mental thing. Like, you know, I mean, I still have to cook for my son. It's crazy that I actually want to cook now that I can't eat, which
I was going to ask you, how's that going?
flex
How's
like
nephew doing over there?
Nephew-
Is he
son's
surviving?
doing-
Do I
he's
need to come get
surviving.
nephew? He like, my mama
be
going
calling me like-
crazy.
Mom be calling me like, what did he eat today? Trying to make sure he ate.
I know he cannot
But,
wait till it's over, but at least you're still cooking for him. though.
Right. I can't taste the food, but so far he hasn't complained. So all is
He a
well. But
teenager,
it's
he don't
crazy
care.
that I've been cooking more now than I did prior to, which is crazy. Because
Really?
you know you more the chef right now.
Little something.
I'm I'm the.
So you got 4 more days, and so
Yeah.
you're literally just eating fruits. And
I'm
I
literally
wish you
just
would have took
eating a picture.
yeah,
I
or actually you should share with your like
will.
all that stuff you
I
had
took a
on-
picture of
right.
all the herbs,
the teas that you're taking, and just kind of share.
And I'll
it.
even put a link up for anybody interested. There's a few different cleanses out there, and again, I chose to fast with my cleanse just to speed up the process of healing. You know, because I tried the first 2 days with just water and sea moss and the herbal teas, and I think that's when I first made the first smoothie with you, and it's when I was shaking and I just started. And that's when you came in there like, Reese,
Crazy
calm
woman.
down. But I tried the first 2 days, and that's really when I lost most of my weight. Those first 2-3 days, honestly, my weight's been pretty consistent because I drink a smoothie, like every few hours. It's like I have to because I really will feel weak. Like I actually meant to drink one prior to coming here because I do just feel a little weak.
So there's no limit on how many smoothies you can just
Not
take
to,
them,
no,
knock them
no.
down.
They just want you to, you know, decrease your food intake, but definitely as long as it's all alkaline foods and raw is what they
Right.
prefer. Because I did find a restaurant. I was trying to find a place that served alkaline foods. I found one called Life Bistro, but it was cooked foods. So, which they're not against, but I just figure if I'm going to do it all the way. I'm going to do it to the maximum. I'm going to do it hardcore. So I'm not going to eat. The smoothies I only did because I just really had to. I couldn't take just not putting something in there to just make me feel. But man, when I tell y'all I'm so hungry, I
You're
literally
doing
been
good,
keeping
though.
a list of what I want to eat.
You gonna
But I
gain
have
them
to-
pounds back fast, huh?
Right.
But
It's
the
gonna
healthy
be nice,
way, right?
The healthy way.
Right.
And I have to slowly transition out of the fast and cleanse by just those first 3 days just eating just the raw foods, alkaline foods, very minimal because they definitely said it would make you sick, which I believe it. I haven't digested anything in a while. So, you know, I'm going to take it slow before I go to Juicy Crab. Thought about becoming a pescatarian, but which is just eating seafood. But I don't know. I just know there's a lot of great benefits that's going to come from it. So I'm ready for it to be over for sure. Ready to just get back to feeling like my normal self, get back to business because I have been kind of just staying in the house because, like I said, my patience is short. Anybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can get it if you mess with me. Like, I'm just.
We're glad you're working
But,
from home, huh?
Yes.
For sure. I'm excited just to see your the results. You know what I mean? What I tell people all the time is when you sacrifice stuff and you make a sacrifice to better yourself in a certain area, you'll get blessings from other areas just because you made that sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
So many other great things are going to come from this. Just I know you're doing it more for a health reason, but your mind is going to be more
Exactly.
clear, just
Yeah.
function better, and who knows, a
Right.
whole surprise blessing is going to come.
Because in addition to that, I also did no social media, no
That's dope.
liquor, no relationships with Mary Jane. No,
Y'all over with?
we all
Ooh, that's
temporarily.
big. This is
Temporarily.
big. This is big.
She keep calling me, But even I always tend to watch a bunch of shows that are like deadly, like to be honest, but like
what?
Fatal Attraction,
First 48.
First 48,
For My Man.
Look, you know.
What is it? Kill Thy Neighbor or Fear Thy Neighbor?
They are somebody getting killed in everything I watch, and I just thought I'd clear my mind from that because I also feel like I'm always thinking of little stuff too. I feel like when you consume your brain with that stuff, you think of it. So I do like sometimes I just be walking up the stairs like let me be clear, I don't be scared, I be ready, but that's just unnecessary.
Down.
But so no
Ready
daily
for
shows.
what? No.
I've been watching stuff to feed my brain positivity. So invest real estate shows. Just things of that nature. A little Bridezilla here and there, but
That's not too bad.
Right.
That's not too bad.
Nobody get killed.
Bridezilla.
But
that, oh, go ahead.
just really cleansing from certain things. And
But that's so big, though. And that's dope that you're doing all of that, first of all, at once. Again, kudos to you, twin, because I don't know how you're doing it. But that's social media. And like you said, just consuming negative stuff.
Yeah.
You know, not that you're a negative person, but if you watch it for
All
so
the
long,
time.
exactly, like you're naturally just going to start to think about it. And it becomes a part of your thought process. And like you said, you're on defense mode. You walking up the stairs thinking you about to be on the next episode
No,
or
for
something.
real.
But that's just so important, like what you feed yourself. And even though it's entertaining to you, because we both always like law shows, because I think Mom did too, right?
yep.
I'm all over here like,
You want to touch me,
cuz? Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, cuz? So, you know, we all been about that life, right? Listen.
You're not supposed to do that.
You know what I'm saying, right? But Mom got us on them law criminal shows.
She do.
I don't know how one of us not a detective or something, but
Right, for real. Forensic
But I had to do that same thing though, honestly. I was like, I just went through a phase where I don't know, I felt like my mind was a little negative. I'm a very positive person, so it was weird. But like you said, just little thoughts would pop in my head. And I'm like,
Right.
you know what? Even though these shows are entertaining to me because I just like the mystery part of it,
Right.
like solving the mystery and solving the case. But you got to consume what you want to be and what you want to
Exactly.
think. You know what I mean? So
Right.
consuming more positive stuff, listening to just motivational people or watching just, movies that aren't violent.
Right.
You know, just
Right.
like the kids that's playing Fortnite.
Excuse me.
I can't stand that the kids play Fortnite all day. It's so violent.
Bang, bang.
What's the other game where you can punch the police, fuck his girl, go to his house, rob his grandma, like it's crazy to me. What is it called?
I thought it was Fortnite.
No. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Because it's like 3-4 versions of them.
You're
Oh my
right.
goodness, it's at the tip of my tongue. Like I'm about to look it up. But anyways, I just feel like it has to be a balance. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you're gonna let your kid play that, I get that's the most popular game right now. But like have a balance.
Right.
Make sure they're watching something positive, something
Right.
loving, something, not violent. You know what I mean? So you looking it up?
Look, games like Fortnite.
No, it was not like Fortnite. It's like a
Oh.
It's just you should be able to put in violent video game and it should pop right
I'm
up.
offline. I forgot to.
But
But
yeah, just
y'all
knowing
get the point.
knowing the balance of that. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Just having a balance even as an adult. You know what I mean? Still knowing, look, I got to still feed my brain positivity. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I just think that that's so important. So I just think it's so cool again that you're doing all that at the same time, twin. Kudos
Thank
to you.
Thank you.
Well,
It's over.
so that's what you've been dealing with, huh? So,
Yeah.
tell you a little bit about my week too. I've been
up?
still trying to find Encore 3.
It's
I almost
coming.
don't even want to talk about it. That's
No,
how
we gonna talk
like,
about
irritated I am a little bit. But it's just been a struggle. I've been real adamant about finding a location in Atlanta. I believe I can find a location outside of Atlanta a little bit sooner, but I really want to focus on Atlanta for one because it's just it's in demand, first of all. My waiting list for Atlanta is very long. So I just know Atlanta. I like Atlanta. I like to be right in the city. But man, every time I think that I have a location, we go about 2-3 weeks in the process, and then the third week they hit me up and say, "Hey, we want to make it a restaurant or something." And I literally have been looking for a location for like 4 or 5 months. But I have moments where I'm like, "What the hell? Like, why can't I find it?" But I'm like, you know what? God must have something bigger and better for me, which I believe. I really believe that. Especially with the franchising. I franchise, and I got a big meeting coming up. But we're getting a lot of leads with the franchise. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's meant for me to just kind of focus on that right now. But I'm still just.
It's gonna come. Now, when,
I'm
but
so.
it's gonna come.
So if y'all see a space that's
Right,
about
let us know.
3,500 to 7,000 square feet in the Atlanta metro area for lease, and they don't already have a salon or barbershop in it, because that's the struggle.
And good parking.
Listen, I'll give you some commission.
Hello.
Find a location for me. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. That and just again focusing on the franchise, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, so
my
dope.
franchise team is flying in from Vegas on next week. So we're meeting a couple people, and I have some things on the table, so I'm excited about that. Made some cool investments this week. So this week was actually a pretty big week for me. I made one of my biggest investments. Well, no, it's not the biggest investment, but I still think it's a big deal.
Yes, it is.
It's a big deal. I've invested more into Encore, but and this meeting I have coming up is just really big. I'm not gonna talk too much about it until it comes through. But the franchise is was such a dope decision. You know what I mean? It was such a big thought, and I honestly didn't really think of it at first. It was Isaac. He's a chef. He would come and bring the food. You know Isaac that had the salmon sliders and stuff?
At Encore?
Nope. At well, he did come to Encore when I opened Encore, but at Ramsey.
Okay.
And he was like, you know what? He just called me randomly. I didn't know he had my number. He was like, you know what you need to do? You need a franchise. He was like, I know you about to drop that course.
It came from him?
Yep, it came from him. Because he saw me posting the course, and he was like, good. But then he was like, nah. He said God told him or something, because he sent me this little scripture, and he was like, yes, you need the franchise. And I was like, dang, like I never thought about that. And I was like, man, ain't nobody about to be trying to buy this shit. Like, you know, everybody want to do their own thing. So I kind of moved it to the side. And then actually when I met with CJ, he was like, you know, I know you dropping that course, but why are you giving everybody all of that for just $1,500? Like, why don't you make them buy into your business? And I was like, well, I don't know how to do that. Like, you know, and I'm like, oh, damn, okay, franchise. You know what I me? So I'm just...
Man.
See that the man.
You told us about the podcast, about the friend. What we got to do next?
We got to do another consultation with him.
We just need to...
Listen, no, for real. See, they the one said do the podcast, and he said, nah, don't give him that. He said, if you're going to sell that course, sell them up for $10,000, which I really felt like it was worth that because it's so detailed. It's literally step by step, and it tells you exactly how to start a salon suite business with no experience. But shout out to CJ just for even just...
These days, people don't even want to give you game. Like, they don't even want to see nobody else succeed or try to, you know, or just, y'all know what I'm saying. Like, so it's just awesome to get true, genuine advice, support from somebody who is from our hometown as well. So that makes
and unfortunately, he's a big red, which a lot of people don't know that. You know, he went to Sexton, which is like our rival in high school, the only flaw. We went to Everett, and he went to Sexton. It's like our rivals. So, you know. We were blessed enough to go to Everett, but, you know, we were able to get past that, and we were pretty cool with CJ and some of the big reds from Lansing. But, yeah, so
for sure.
That's that. Good things going on with me and my business and our investments. Me and you made an investment.
Yes. Hello.
Good plan. I forgot. We had a pretty dope week. Look, I was without power. Actually, that's when everything was happening, those days that we had the storm. And, we were without power. And I had so much good news coming through.
I just want to say that it's super dope. So I never thought I would be related to, let alone the twin of well, I was going to say a franchisee, but you're not the
franchisor.
Franchisor.
Yeah, that'd be me. Franchisor.
Okay, you're a franchisor. Mm-hmm. So I'm honored to be your twin. But I think it's so dope because, you know, just growing up, like, you don't vision like those type of things happening. It's you know, I don't want to. You know, just in all reality, sometimes you just don't know what the
you don't think big like that.
Yeah, you don't think big like that. Like, I don't want to make it seem like nobody wasn't making me think big or my mom wasn't, because that totally wasn't the case. She's actually the reason why we are how we are now. But
the disclaimer.
Yeah, you know, mom, you got to make sure. But I just would have never even imagined something like that. So just sitting here watching you grow, just everything you've done. I know we even briefly talked about it on the last episode, but just watching you continue to grow is so dope and so well deserved. And I know God has just many more things in store for you. So
thank you. And I was just telling you too how lately I've been finally patting myself on the back because you know I'm pretty hard on myself. Everybody says that, like, nigga, you tripping, like you act like you just have no accomplishments, but it's because I always just want a little bit more, or I just, my vision is just always so big. You know, when I accomplish one goal, I'm like, okay, well, what now? You know what I mean? But I am getting to the point where I'm like, you know, I'm just peeking back a little bit, like, okay, you're not doing too bad, Sway. You're pretty blessed. You're doing pretty well. I know you are. Sometimes we always look at the people that's doing better than us, and we get caught up like, damn, I'm not doing enough. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what was happening to me. Like, I was looking up to people that was doing better than me for like mentorship reasons, but it still was kind of making me feel like I'm missing out, or I'm not doing enough, or damn, like you should be there too. You know what I mean? So I just had to find the balance. You know what I mean? Because you consume so much, you're like, oh damn, they doing that. Damn, he bought that. Damn, they doing damn. But you know,
everybody's timing is
Exactly. Everybody's timing is different. You know what I mean? So,
and furthermore, like you're saying, you're super successful. So, you getting caught up in that you didn't realize how good of a place you're in where you're not even that far from them. And maybe and a lot of things that you be seeing people do, you could do. You just choose not to. I mean, you could go buy whatever car you want. You just working on, you got your own things in motion, and your time is going to come where you can do what you want to do, which you already kind of are, but Then
I realized too, I was like, I'm not even materialistic like
that. Like that part. I was gonna say you're not even because you can get all that.
Exactly. Like I would have been wearing a bunch of design. Like it killed me when I bought some Louis Vuittons. Yeah,
one of them. Both.
I bought two.
Okay.
Yep, I bought two in 1 year. I worked hard. Yep, but no, seriously, it really did kill me when I felt bad. Like I was just like. It's just. I was like, okay, $1,000 for some shoes. Like, okay, cool. Like,
that's how I felt.
And then I got them on. I got my feet to the side. People like, girl, you better put your foot up. You better. I'm like, listen, I'm sitting comfortably. I don't care how much these shoes cost, but it's really overrated to me. It's cool to look a little nice and have some nice things, but you can get some nice things for a cheaper price too.
And it's really how you wear the clothes. I mean, if you got a good personality, if you just look good, if you carry yourself well, you can wear a $3 maxi dress from Rainbow. I don't know if they're still open. Versus a Gucci dress that you half the time you don't even know that the stuff is name brand unless it just looks crazy because
or it has the Gucci logo.
Unless it has the print, but a lot of it you don't even know. But I felt the same way when I bought my first and only bag. That I didn't even wear it for a week.
That's that suitcase. Right. Where is that?
That baby right home.
I don't understand how. What is there a baby in there or a dog?
There's a few things in there. Anything you need,
safe,
anything you need,
like
just know that.
You got some chicken wings in there?
Yes.
Let me get two pieces.
After the episode.
I don't understand why y'all carry those big bags. Like,
here we go.
I don't get it. I don't even know what do you need, honestly? Like, what do you carry?
Well, my tablet, it's actually big enough to carry a laptop, but I carry my tablet for now.
You carry your tablet every day?
I try to, be able to pull out my business and handle it. Not every day, maybe, I ain't gonna, maybe, often. Mm-hmm. But it's really not that heavy because I don't have that much stuff in there. I mean, I have my wallet, my feminine stuff, like, my lip gloss and things like that. I got 3 phones.
Okay, 3 phones, shawty. That's the trap bag.
The 3 phones. Phones. But it can get heavy if I get to throwing too much stuff in there, so I try not to. But it was just nice. I liked it. It was black, which I felt like it was neutral. I wanted to get something different. It was my first big purchase, which, like you said, was very weird to me. I didn't even wear it for like a week because I was just trying to make sure I was going to keep it. Because I bought the wallet too, so I paid like 4 racks for all mine.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
I know, boy, that hurt. That hurt seeing it. Ooh.
Listen.
But it's gonna last.
Is there insurance on it? Will they replace it forever?
Yeah, they'll not replace it, but
fix it, repair it, something. That should be like what's the relationship?
They'll refurbish it.
What's the agreement? I'm saying.
If I ever, if I ever need a few dollars,
what you gonna do?
Take it on my shoulder.
On your messed up shoulder.
On my shoulder.
I was like, I know the women's shoulders be messed up, all that.
I try
weight
to alternate.
On one side. Okay, do you?
I'm trying to alternate.
That's crazy. I just think I don't think it's necessary, but hey. Hey. But you know what? Back to what you said about wearing clothes, though, it made me think about when I first moved to Atlanta, and money wasn't flowing how I wanted it to be. But I was literally buying stuff from Walmart, like for real.
People
like,
always would be talking about how fresh you was. Like, how you dress? How you? Yes.
Listen, y'all be sleeping. Walmart be having some nice little T-shirts and stuff. I don't care though. Literally, I will buy anything. I don't care where it's from, what store we're in. If it looks nice, I wear it. I wear it with some Gucci stuff if I need to, but you know what I mean? Like I'll wear anything. I'm not about labels, and I just not a fan of spending so much money on materialistic stuff that depreciates as soon as you purchase it.
Yeah.
But kudos to people who do. I feel like every time we say that, people be all defensive. Like, well, we work hard. We can. I can do that. Do what you do.
Right.
Do what you do. Right.
Nobody who does.
Exactly. Whatever makes you happy.
Exactly.
Just make sure it makes you happy.
Exactly. And not them.
Right.
Because often we get caught up in trying to make them happy or give them the illusion instead of what really makes us happy. Because this person don't feel no different than my Michael Kors.
I mean, it
so
don't look too
look
different
good
either.
and all that, and but it's just, I'm just still carrying a bag,
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
that no one really cares about, but someone does care. It's somebody that peeps, that looks at your bags.
Oh yeah,
and all
I get
that
compliments
stuff.
all the time.
Do you? Dang, people really pay attention to stuff like that.
Ask me, what did you pay? I'd be like, well, good morning.
Really? Dang.
Yeah, I get a lot of compliments on that bag.
Really. Cool.
Yes,
All
but
right.
we will take any gifts that you all. If you guys choose to want to buy any of those things for us,
Oh yeah,
we're
absolutely
more than
now.
welcome
Absolutely
to receive
now.
them. So
we gotta get a
don't
PO
let us
box.
change y'all thought on that.
We gotta get a PO box so y'all can send
Since
us
we
some
won't
stuff.
buy it, maybe y'all will.
Right. If y'all want us to wear like a nice $20,000 leather jacket on the episode or something,
Right.
send it in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nah.
Now, because our birthday is coming up now.
Oh
Birthday
yeah.
is around the corner.
What are we
Sagittarius
doing?
in the building.
What are we
Shout out to
doing?
all the Sag. We some of the realest, coolest,
We really are loyal.
loyalist,
loving-
loyalist.
We're gonna use it.
Okay, we're gonna
Today it is
loyalist people,
lovingness.
lovingness,
Okay, caringness.
beautifulness, all that in the world. In the world.
Period. We are though.
Shout out to all the
Shout out to the
Sagittarius.
Sag.
Our birthday is November 28th. Actually, I just saw Mike Tyson and Roy Jones fighting. I'm a boxer fan.
On our
but-
birthday?
On our birthday, girl.
Is this for real?
Yes.
I don't know.
Right, I know. I'm wondering.
I
like,
just don't think I'm gonna believe it until they go ding ding ding, and until somebody takes the first punch and somebody
Right.
punches back, like
Yeah.
all of that. Then
No,
I'm like,
facts.
okay, this is a fight.
I'm with you too, because it did just kind of come up out of nowhere. But
It did.
I just saw that yesterday that they fighting on our down.
We love boxing, by the way.
Right.
We watched
Right on Earl
Gervonta.
Spencer. Yeah,
Yep.
we watched Gervonta. Earl Spencer is one of our biggest
boxers.
we're one of his biggest fans, but he fights December 5th or something like that in Dallas. But yeah, we definitely became some boxing fans over the past year or two.
We sure did. Also, just a reminder that we're actually going to be dropping our episodes every week now.
Yeah.
So you guys will be able to tap in every Tuesday now.
Yes.
In the morning. The episode will pretty much drop in the morning. I don't know if we have a set time. About 10 a.m. Yep, that's it. 10 a.m. Every Tuesday. So, again, guys, make sure you subscribe and share this. We appreciate it. We got so much love on the first episode. And so many people willing to grow with us and look forward to our episodes. And we're just so excited about this, y'all. So, continue.
Y'all know y'all can find us, but on all social media platforms, Tapping with the Twins. So that's Instagram, Facebook. Do we got a Twitter? Twitter, we'll have one by the end of the day if we don't. Tapping with the Twins, our website, tappingwiththetwins.com. Check us out. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to really try to pull you guys in, give you guys more footage, more content of just what we do on a day-to-day, not just the podcast, but just really bring y'all into our lives and the life of an entrepreneur.
Right.
And
The life of twins.
Right.
We some clowns together. We really are.
Right. If y'all can't sense it already.
Me and Twin have lots of fun. We might let y'all into that.
We might. For a small little admission fee.
Listen. But it was one thing I wanted to talk about today. I had saw this post. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was on Facebook, and it was somebody complaining about, excuse me, their friends and family not supporting them, and he was snapping. I mean, it was something like, my friends and family don't support me. Forget y'all. He took it so personal. Don't call me again. Don't ask me for nothing. Y'all quick to repost something off the shade room. Like, he went in. I was like, damn, like, that sucks that you're that mad about it.
Right.
Not that they're not supporting you, but that you're that mad about it. You feel me? And I was just thinking, like, damn, people really depend so much on other people for their success. And I was that person at one point in time. I do want to say that. And I was just, one day, I don't know, I was just like, you know what? I think I got tired of trying to chase people and waiting for other people to help me. And I was like, fuck that. You don't need people necessarily.
Right.
You can build a team,
You
but
don't
I
need
mean,
the people you think you need.
Exactly.
Because you do need people for a team. I know
Exactly.
you just
That's
preaching
what it
about that
is.
the other day, but you don't necessarily need your family or need your circle or need the people that you kind of want to need. I think sometimes we want to have our close circle as the people that we boss up with. And of course, that's probably the long-term goal, but
and that's what we expect first to just support us as our family and friends. But he was just so upset about it. And I wrote him like, bro, like, you putting so much energy into being mad about them not supporting you, which most of the time your family and shit, they want free stuff anyway.
Right.
But I'm like, put all that energy into just focusing on your product or your service. You know what I mean? Like, make sure it's A1, because when it's A1, you're not going to care if they support you or not, because you got tons of other supporters and clients. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to talk about that today, because I think so many people really depend on their relatives, their mother, their sister, to really just carry their weight. You know what I mean? Like, not to drop any names, I know of a father who went in on his son who's 13, and because he wasn't posting his father's business. And I thought, I'm talking about, he was snapping, and I thought it was just so crazy. Like, damn, this boy is in high school just trying to be a kid, and you're really mad at him because he's basically not your social media manager, and not posting. Like, his friends aren't even going to buy the service. You know what I mean? But I was like, damn, like, He's the whole dad sitting here yelling at his son for not promoting his business, which that's really a whole nother topic. It really is, for real.
Right.
I don't even, for real. So let me just stick
real.
on the main topic as far as just not depending on
Right.
other people to support you. Just focus. Like, it's gonna come. It's
Anybody
gonna
with
come.
a real business knows or eventually finds out that your biggest supporters are from strangers. That's just a real reality. I mean, eventually, you know,
No,
family and
facts.
people may come around, but it really is the strangers. Like,
Yes.
and sometimes family doesn't get on board until they see everybody else already on the train, and that's sometimes just with people. Period.
Yep.
But you cannot focus on that. You will lose yourself. You will lose your focus on your business. You will lose your whole purpose. You know, just focusing on your family or core circle, friends, whoever it may be, supporting you. Like,
Right. Because they're really not obligated as much as we
exactly
think so.
that part
and,
too. Don't take it personal. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything bad. It doesn't mean that they're not obligated. Like you
and
said.
some people really just don't know how to support.
That
I know
part
we
too.
think like, okay, well, just repost. You know, to some people it's a bigger deal. They care about what's on their page and what's, you know what I mean? You just never know people's reason. And I know sometimes, you know, I wasn't necessarily the best supporter for my friends, I guess, and it wasn't intentional. I might not be like the person that reposts everything, but I'm the person that'll buy your merchandise. You know, nobody knows but you, but I'll support you and send you some money and stuff like that. So that's the way that I support. I'm not really like a repost person because I don't like to flood my page with a bunch of promotion, but I support in that way. But it's not a bad thing. It's not for you to get angry. It's not for you to take personal, man. Just put your energy into your product, into your service, and keep it pushing.
Exactly.
So like you said, they're going to start supporting once they see you really succeed.
And who cares if they don't? Because at the end of the day, like you said, as long as your business is successful, that's all that really matters. You know.
Facts. So speaking of that, though, like I want to just talk to you about. We was actually having this conversation too, but about success, right? And about like what it means to everybody.
Which is interesting.
It
Because
is.
Maybe it means different things to different people.
I definitely think it does, and it should. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you're right. You're
you
right.
know, because
you're right.
to some
It
people,
should.
success is like, okay, I have the best job, I have the most money, right? And then to
Right.
some people, is I have a family, I have some kids.
Some
we have
people, it's I did what my parents wanted me to do. You
Yeah.
know? Like you said, it does vary.
It does vary. It does vary, and it doesn't have to be what other people thinks it should be for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's what you feel it should be. Success is whatever you define it. You know, you
Exactly.
define it. So success for you is you just having a family and living in a $200,000 house. Then you're successful. You know what I mean? Because that's making you happy, and happiness is the ultimate success.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Happiness. It's a lot of people who appear successful. They may make you guys and make us think that they're successful. They may be successful in business, but they're not happy. And, you know, personally, I feel like if you're not happy, you're not really winning. You know what I mean? You're not really successful to me.
Yeah.
You know, again, you could be successful in a certain area of life, but ultimate happiness is, you know,
Yeah.
ultimate success,
is
is happiness.
right. Success is a very important part of life, but happiness is a priceless emotion.
Exactly.
And if you achieve that, you've achieved the most ultimate goal, I feel like, in life.
Right.
Because some people live, and we all live, but not everybody really lives. And saying it to say some people are
Ooh,
really
that's
just
true.
miserable, unhappy. You like that? You like that?
Yeah, I did like
Some
that
people
one.
are miserable, unhappy.
Write that down, Pete.
And you know, just not really living, which is unfortunate. To
Sure
spend
look
your
like
whole
they are,
life
though,
like
huh?
that. Yeah, right. That part.
But no, that's so deep. Say that again. You said
We all look.
Come on now.
We all live, but not everybody live. You know, people can't do shit. twice. Why you gonna-
Got him.
I think I said we all live, but not everybody lives. Y'all get what I'm saying. So we're all alive. That's what it was. We're all alive, but not everybody lives.
Yep, I don't think that's what you said, but
But-
it sound good.
okay.
It sound
Okay.
good. You hear me? Listen, but that's so true though, for real though. It's, you know, about just living and just, I feel like that's kind of where I've been at the last like year of my life. Like, listen, you know, you've been grinding, you hustle. I work so hard, y'all. People think that because I have a semi-absentee business that I'm not working every day. I probably work more than people who have a 40, 50 hour
Right, you do.
a week job. You know what I mean? I'm really sitting at my desk all day just trying to plan out stuff. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. She does. She's always at that damn desk.
I am, and I forgot where I was going. Dang.
You were just talking about just people appearing
Dang,
to, or how you being an entrepreneur and how they think that because you're an entrepreneur, you don't work as much, and how it still requires.
Yep, I was getting something
a
else.
lot of
Then
work.
I can't remember what it was.
About being alive and living.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. There we go. See, you got me all twisted up. But just really trying to just live more now and do things. You know, I'm trying to find like a hobby.
Right.
I haven't told you, but I want to take like a dance class.
No, what type? Ballerina?
Little hip hop. Come
Okay.
on, quit playing with me.
Yeah, that sounds
Little hip hop.
extreme.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
With the face.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh.
Not the.
You talking about something extreme? Have you seen these folks move nowadays?
Yeah, you're right. Because
Show
I know how to
what you
do
saying.
that.
Footwork off
I don't
the
even know the
chain.
names of-
Ah.
Hey,
But
Okay, so
but
for
I
real,
really
though?
yeah, seriously. But I was like, I need like a private instructor. I don't need nobody to see me for the
I
first like
wanna
2 months. I need to be one-on-one. But I really want to just start
need to
living more
see
and doing
this.
things that just make me happy. Like I
Yeah.
love to get back, so I want to do some more community work and
Right.
start a nonprofit and just things like that. But
Right.
just start doing
reaping
things
the
that make
benefits of your.
hard work
Yeah.
instead of just always chasing more dreams all the time. Like, just finding that balance,
Right.
basically. I don't want to just always be like, okay, I did that. What's next?
Right.
And time is just passing me by and I look up and I'm 80 years old,
Right.
wealthy, but I'm 80. Like, well, yeah, hand me the Rolex over there. But you know what I mean? Like, so, look, just blessing everybody else. My
Right.
grandkids, go on, get your little Corvette. Just rich and bored. You know what I mean?
Old, shriveled up and-
miserable.
Right.
Old people be miserable as hell when especially when you got everything you want to, so
Right.
nothing really excites you. You just
Right.
miserable. But
Man.
just making sure that you live, and don't just focus so much on just chasing a dream, I guess, or
Right.
chasing your goals all your life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just have certain points where you're like, okay, I reached this milestone, cool. Let me, regroup. You can
And
set
always
some.
take time for yourself. You have
Yeah.
to, like in life, like no matter what, like even just paying yourself, like not to go too left. But I was listening to ET on podcast.
You said
We
don't
always
hurt yourself?
reference them,
I know we really do,
but which
They
is
are dogs,
because they're
though.
dope.
and we watch them a lot.
Inspirational
We really,
people.
exactly, they
But,
really are. You said somebody with ET said.
ET said a bunch of stuff.
You talking about what Mom said? He said this morning on the radio.
No, darn. I don't even remember. Damn.
You said I want to. I don't know. I'm not gonna repeat it because I didn't really understand
What did you say?
said. I don't know, dog.
Anyways,
don't know.
moving along.
Moving right along.
ET said something great, but damn, I'm still trying to think of it. I can't let it go. Anyways,
About not letting people just like today on the radio, he was talking about just not letting people
Right.
anger you. He who angers you controls you. He was talking about that.
Yeah.
Because Mom said she heard it this morning and really
Right.
she almost went ham on the lady this morning. ET came through and saved the day, so she still got her job. But I remember just briefly it was about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also just understanding that whatever you define success as is going to require some type of sacrifice.
Right.
Like no matter what it is. So if it's going
Right.
to be business, if it's family, relationships, whatever, it's going to require some type of sacrifice. And that's the hardest thing. People don't want to give up anything. They don't want to sacrifice anything. But you have to, and it's always worth it in the end. It's always worth it. You know what I mean?
Always.
So it may be your friends that you have to sacrifice. You know what I mean? Because I think that's so big. Just people got groups of friends, but why? You know what I mean? If they're not even really having an impact on your life and really just motivating you and helping you in life, it's just a bunch of dead weight to me. You feel me? But it may require you to separate yourself from a certain group of friends that don't see your vision or maybe negative, or they just always want to go out and drink and smoke, and you trying to be focused and work on a project. And sometimes you just have to be like, look, I love you, friend, but I need to step away for a minute. And some friends take that personal. Like some people don't get that. You know what I mean? And you have to understand that a little bit. You know what I mean? So
and not
what?
everybody
Like,
goes into your next chapter in life. So I mean, people who don't understand that, not even to take it personal, but just understanding that maybe you're just ready to elevate to that next
Exactly.
level, and they aren't, because everybody's timing isn't always aligned.
Exactly.
So it could just be that.
everybody can't go with you.
Right. Everybody can't go with you. But like you said, just a lot of sacrifice. I can think about how many times I've taken a couple steps back and gone 10 steps forward because of it. But
Exactly.
just sacrifice effort. I mean, you can't just sit up and think and just dream of it without putting any effort behind whatever you're trying to succeed in. So effort, discipline, just being disciplined with. I'm being disciplined as hell right now. Seeing food commercials every day, seeing food all around me and not being able to eat. Like what I'm doing now is a prime example. I'm sacrificing a lot. I'm sacrificing going to those little meetups with my homegirl.
You sacrificing juicy crab right now, huh?
Man,
and your little Hennessy, huh?
And my little Hennessy, my little hen dog. I done Googled the whole juicy crab recipe at this point. I know how to make it on my own now, so I look forward to doing that. But it's hard and it's not easy. But even having to cut off my circle a little bit, like even Twin, I haven't saw her as much because I just don't even want to be around the stuff that I'm cutting off to even be.
I said you don't want to be around who, baby? Because I'm the one that made your first little smoothies on first day, baby.
No, but
you wouldn't even be here today without me. No.
You know,
your little smoothie pop. That's what you was making, freeze pops over there, trying to make a smoothie.
I got it mastered now after smoothie number 89. I got it mastered for real. I'll make that thing in a quick 5 minutes.
Now you're a smoothie master smoothie maker,
smoothie guru.
Write your book, drop it. We in Atlanta. Write you a book, and drop it. Period. Next episode, I want to see that. So we got the herbalist, and your smoothie book.
Yep.
Okay, how to just get through it when you know, because obviously it's an issue. You struggle making that first smoothie, so somebody else is experiencing that too. Please believe me, because you went nuts. But yes,
really about to throw it.
You have sacrificed a lot and sacrificing food. You know what I mean? Because that's sometimes hard for me too. Like I love to eat.
Yes.
I love the most unhealthy food because it's just so tasty, but it's not the healthiest. But and even family, right? Sometimes we got to sacrifice family. Like you know, we have this mindset that like family just. You have to deal with them because they're family. Like, you got to just deal with the shit. No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't. No, you do not. Parents,
do not.
Siblings, kids, no.
No, period.
But seriously, like, sometimes you got to cut your family off and just sacrifice them because, man, a lot of people around you won't see your vision.
Yes.
Like, and they'll even try to talk you out of it. Like, I remember when I wanted to be a barber back in Michigan when I was playing basketball. Is that a high five or a praise? Oh, okay.
Hand raise.
Okay. Look, I was like... and I wanted to be a barber, and people was like, "Yo, you tripping? Like, you want to be a barber? Like, you want to make cigarette money?" I remember people used to say that cigarette money because you always see a barber outside smoking cigarette money. Yeah. I was like, I remember thinking, damn, they do be outside smoking all the time too. Damn, they only making enough to buy a pack of cigarettes. But it took me to really go do the research and see that, yo, there's some millionaire barbers. There's people that were in the beauty industry that are very successful and very wealthy and have done great things. So maybe my circle don't see it, but it's out there. So stop trusting your circle and what they know so much. They only know what they know, and a lot of times we don't know a lot. You know what I mean? So
sometimes don't even share everything, honestly.
Exactly. But look at me now. I remember being told that, and look at me now. Like, you know what? Even when I moved to Atlanta and I worked in my first barbershop, E used to always be like, Sway, I don't know, you're not going to make the money you think you make. I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, because I used to come in there and share my dreams with them small-minded ass niggas. And they'd be like, yo, I'm trying to tell you. He used to always tell me, like, you're not going to make, I'm trying to tell you right now. He used to say, unless you're going to sell some dope or something, because that's what he was doing. I'm like, damn. So I got to slang out the barbershop. But I was like, I'm going to prove these niggas wrong because I had already did my research and I had saw the people that I saw that it was possible. You feel me? And look now.
Hello.
Look now. Look at me. Franchisor about to open the third location. I've already opened 3 locations. One I'm no longer with, so I have 2 franchisor. 2 Encore locations, but my Encore brand is growing. I don't cut anymore because I have my Encore brand. But so many great things have came from me barbering.
Talk to him, Sway.
And only me. I was the only one that saw that vision. You know what I'm saying? But no, seriously, like, so, man, get them people out and understand everybody not going to see your vision, but so what? As long as you see it, and especially if you saw it before, like you actually witnessed somebody do it, then you know it's possible. You know it's possible. So, also just relationships.
Yeah.
Like, that's a tough one, man, because sometimes your partner can be like
a distraction just by default, not even intentional.
Right,
just
like
dealing with somebody else, says my single ass, but dealing with somebody else from previous relationships and just generally speaking, being serious, it is a natural distraction.
It is
because a relationship is you coming together, compromising, working together. So it just naturally is a distraction. It naturally
is. You have to have it naturally is. Because, if you're in a good relationship, you're happy and you have fun with your partner and you always just kind of want to just be in that fun zone with them. But sometimes you got work to do, you know what I mean? And you got to just be like, look, I can't do it right now. We can't go upstairs right now. We can't go out to eat right now. I can't watch this movie with you right now. But if you got the right partner, they should support that. They
Right.
should understand, and that just goes with you building a good relationship and communicating with your partner and finding the right partner, not rushing into any relationships.
Right. Because
But
all relationships are supposed to elevate you in some way. Back to even what you were saying, friendships, relationships, whatever they are. Like, and it's not that I'm supposed to have a friend that just pours into me and just, it's not that necessarily.
not a
We
sugar
all
daddy.
supposed to.
Because because that's what they looking for out here.
Right.
Sugar daddies.
But just somebody feeding positivity into you in some way, shape, or form, even as a friend. As long as my friend is just, even if she's not doing nothing for me necessarily, because again, that's not what I'm implying. But as long as she's just on the up and up and being positive and just having that around you naturally, it's just good.
Okay, right. You talking about friends?
Yeah,
right.
Well, I'm going back and forth.
Gotcha.
Friends, relationships, just in
But no,
general.
definitely.
Friends, but yeah, relationships too. Like you said,
Definitely. Like I
Just,
hate that I don't really have a circle. I mean, I have a small circle, but I wish I had just like maybe one or two more people that just were as ambitious as I am. You know what I mean? So we could just kind of bounce off of each other. But
and always that, like, I know when we always referencing somebody, it's funny, but I know just like Rick Ross mentioning, just I know with you, you've always kind of have always been the
say it. No, I don't know what you have to
no.
say.
But,
Hater.
the just more further along.
The leader? God damn, you really ain't want to say that? Oh my goodness.
The boss.
Hold on, time
The
out.
boss.
It killed you to say, huh?
Yeah, I hate it a little bit.
Damn, well, I learned today my twin a hater.
Hey, I
No.
love you too. But say love. But no, seriously, always been just, a little boss here and a little. And I know that sometimes it's always like people kind of pulling from you or coming to you versus if you got a circle of boss friends, you can learn something from other people instead of people just always learning from you.
Right,
or
it's
just,
reciprocated. Exactly.
Right, it's reciprocated. And just having a team of bosses. And I wish in the world, we would just think more like that instead of always being competitive, right?
Exactly.
Instead of being competitive or always getting worried about somebody surpassing you, because we all have our time. So I could be doing phenomenal right now, and my friend maybe isn't, and she might come and surpass me and be doing fine and doing better, and it just doesn't matter as long as everybody's successful and happy.
Right.
Let's all eat together. Like, I don't want to be the friend that is paying for everybody. I want us all to be able to pay. Of course, I don't mind because we are giving people, but I want us to all be some bosses and all be able to, just be successful. So.
Yeah. But listen, if you don't have those friends right now, don't settle for the relationships that you do have.
Right.
Like, I mean, I'm not just selling and just hanging with anybody. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just kind of stay to myself until I get the right circle. Because, listen, there's no point in taking on extra negative weight that's just going to set you back and hold you back. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and we'll talk about what you do when you're in a relationship and you've been in it for like 6 months to a year, and then you start to realize that, damn, this person really doesn't support me or really doesn't want me to grow. Because sometimes in relationships, a partner will feel like intimidated or like they'll get scared, threatened. Exactly. They'll think like, okay, damn, I don't want, especially when a woman is the leader in the relationship.
Yes,
the man will feel like, listen, I don't want her to, excel too much because I don't want her to leave me behind. Like, they feel like they're going to get left behind. And
at the end of the day, it just doesn't, like you said, that is the case more so with men, with women. I know I experienced that because I'm a boss.
Right.
I definitely experienced that just in the past with, men being intimidated by that, even though I've always been the type of woman in the relationship that I want to bring my man with me. So I'm always trying to put my man on to whatever if need be, But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, don't even look too deep into that.
And I was just gonna say, my question was gonna be, what do you do?
Oh,
like, that's
what
what
you were saying.
What
Yeah,
do you?
what
And
do
we'll
you do?
discuss that another time because I
Yeah,
think some people
that's
feel
a good-
stuck in relationships
Yep,
for real,
for real.
and it's like you feel like because you dedicated 6 months or a year or 2 years, 3 years,
Don't
you
let
feel
it be
like you
longer
gotta.
than that. You really feel like you invested
You
all this
obligated to
time.
stay.
Let me keep fighting and keep being ran down and try to make it work and that's not always that. Not saying that all great things don't require some form of effort or just some challenges, but you should never have to like compromise who you are or your happiness to.
You should never have to compromise your happiness.
Right.
Exactly. Yep. And then just, lastly, to wrap up just the sacrifice portion of it, the biggest thing right now I think we're dealing with just as a society, social media and Netflix and gaming, I guess, if you will, all of that. But social media, man, we are all so addicted. What's the movie that we just, Social Dilemma?
Yep.
If y'all haven't watched that, check that out, y'all.
It is so interesting.
Especially if you have kids, like watch it. It's so
they have
crazy.
People that were in like top positions in like Twitter and all these different social media platforms that actually quit due to the fact that they were just seeing the impact that it was having on their own households, and even trying to just change some things. Like I know they even mentioned, not to get too much into it, but like the notifications. And we all know when we get a notification, you'd want to check that notification.
Right.
Like
you do get a feeling like
my phone rang just now, and I'm like, you know, you want to.
I peeked at it.
You peeked
it ain't even my phone. I'm like,
you did.
Sam Security.
Right.
Nah. What he doing calling? Ain't even my phone.
They even just talked about, you know, they even at one point had even all came together, some of the executives in the business, and tried to get the company to see, like, can we at least just do away with the notification piece, just to at least do away with that, so people can have somewhat of some type of normal life without that. And of course that never happened, hence why we all still get notifications. But
you can set it to no notifications though, right?
Yeah, but okay. You know how and then you know how they'll just still send you stuff. So, you know, they even broke down like the back end. It's just real cool how they break down how they really monitor like what you do. So if you get too quiet on your phone, they will throw something up at you, and whether it's in a news feed or whatever, that will grab your attention and pull you into that phone longer. I mean, it really is like, it's really scary. It's really disgusting.
It's
and it's really just unfortunate that these machines and computers are really taking over our lives. And, well, you know, on the back end, but of course social media on the front end. It really is just unfortunate, but like you said,
it is, because this new generation is in trouble.
They are. I mean, we wake up and I'll say we, because I've had my moments as well, so I'm not gonna act innocent, you know. But we wake up and first thing we do is grab our phone, check social media. Any little break, I'll be doing work, and every 5 minutes I gotta just check, and ain't nothing different happening. But it's just like this addiction, which is why I appreciate this cleansing break that I'm on right now. I don't know nothing nobody doing. I do want to peek at the shade room, I ain't gonna lie, but I don't know nothing nobody doing, and it just really actually feels good. I've been able to just fully focus on me.
Do you feel like you're missing out?
No, I don't. I feel
because
like
you're not.
No, I don't feel like I'm missing nothing. I feel like, you know, I don't feel like I'm missing nothing. I feel like I've just really focused more on me, which is the good part of it. And just me and what I want versus comparing myself, or I want that, or what they doing, or they here, or I want to go there, and just, well, how should you get this, how they get that? My mind hasn't done any of that. It's been solely focused on me, what I'm doing, and just in my own lane, not, you know, looking up to what everybody else is doing.
Exactly.
But
yeah, that is a big sacrifice. I think that's what's holding a lot of people back.
Yeah.
Like, we're cool because we're a little established, but like the youth that's coming up and they're just so stuck on this social media, man, they're gonna be so lost.
Right.
You know what I mean? They have no ambition to do nothing. They already don't go outside.
Right.
You know what I mean? But just social media all day. Like, my stepson would walk down. I mean, he'd walk down the stairs like this, like stair by stair. Like, boy, you can't just put it down for a second just to walk down the stairs.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's crazy how they try to, you know, they control our brains and they control us. They're trying to, at least, and it's working. You know what I mean? But it is a very good movie. You guys should watch it. Like I said, especially if you have kids, because you have to have a balance. If you want to grow older and not be stressing about your kid staying in your roof and not being able to find a job and all of that, please find some balance. You know what I mean? Find some balance with the gaming, the social. Yeah, exactly. Get them active. Get them in some sports. Make them read some and do some educational stuff. You know what I mean? Make sure they're set for the future.
I know as parents, we easily can get okay with it because it kind of just keeps them out our face sometimes. Like, you know, go on, play the game. Go on, get on the phone.
Listen.
They on that phone all day. They're not bothering us. But you really have to just take the time out. And because remember, as parents, we don't get to redo any of these years. But you really need to take the time out to just prioritize and really understand, because those are the core years to how your children succeed for the most part, you know, and just feeding them the right stuff at that time. And just like you said, finding a balance. You know, fortunately, we had, you know, basketball, we practicing every day, and just different things that just distracted us from social media. But definitely, and even as adults, finding the discipline to just know when to turn it off and know when to let it go sometimes, and know when to, and knowing when you do look at it, to just not get so consumed with comparing yourself to what you see, and just all those different things. And I know it's not easy, but again, it's a sacrifice. You'll be amazed at what your brain would think of. Just think all the time.
For real.
Thinking of looking on social media and just thinking all the bullshit. Imagine if our brain was free of that. What would our brain think of? Like the things that my brain has thought of this past week, I would have never been allowed to even think that, because I would have been so consumed with a bunch of other stuff, you know? So
that's dope. That's dope. Cool. Well, you know, yes.
And I was just say, it would be interesting if they just closed social media for
real. I swear I would be in favor of that.
To force people to just understand what life is really like without it.
Exactly.
Even if
that would be amazing.
They'll never do that, because those people
so
are
much
focused
money
on money. Yeah, they don't care about us, our
Exactly.
health, and our well-being. They just want the check. And They getting a check off that social media.
They
no
are.
doubt.
They are. But listen, y'all, have some balance. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And understand sacrifice, and anything you want to be great at is going to require some type of sacrifice. And then we're going to wrap up with the quote of the day. All right? The quote is, success is whatever makes you happy.
Yes.
That's it.
You.
It's that simple. Let's go.
Not her, not him, not
No, but seriously,
No, but period.
it's
It is
that
straight
simple.
Like that.
Like,
yeah, it is.
period.
Not you,
There's
not
no-
her, not what it looks like, not what you just.
whatever you set out to accomplish and you
Yes.
accomplish it and you feel good about it and you feel good about it and you're happy about it, you're successful. It does not matter what nobody else thinks. So
Yes.
just
Yes.
keep that in mind. Subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes.
Follow us on Instagram, Tapping with the
Yes.
Twins. Our personal Instagram, mine is sway_swizz.
Mine is Queen.
Trying to be like me. Dang, be your own self.
Reese.
God. Gee.
Queen Reese __.
Yep.
Check out the Queen.
Yep. And again, thank y'all in advance
Yes.
for subscribing, y'all. And again, we'll be dropping every Tuesday. So I think that's it. It's time to tap out, y'all.
Tap out.
Appreciate it.
See ya.